Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to another edition of Mary Sky Riddley's video blog, Mary Sky. Today we're going to be talking about pricing part two and a couple other favorite things that I want to talk about, which is, but not limited to, um, um, what's going on. Right, so we're doing Christmas, prepping, and prepping in general. So I hope you stay in and grab a mug of coffee and let's talk. So, first of all, I want to say to you all the pricing thing is I have checked again. Pricing is going up, going down, going up. It just depends on what it is. Electronics, they're slowly going up because a lot of stuff's made in China. Yeah, that's the way it is. But the problem is, a lot of people say to me, how do we prep for Christmas? Simple. The next administration ain't in yet, okay? We got people out there talking about Trump's going to make the country great. Well, let's see how this plays out because, frankly, that's all I can say. I can't basically be negative because I got enough headaches as is due to the fact that everyone around me is driving me nuts. Okay, now before you sit there and you say what's going on, well, let's just say I got a lot on my plate. Okay, I was given the task the other day from Zoe about Christmas and Thanksgiving and Easter and all this crap, and how there's people around the world, you know who you are, who are impossible people to deal with. Yeah, and I have to deal with it. I mean, look at Brother Higgins for a minute. He emails me talking about my camera. My camera does act up at times. I think maybe it's because of the way that it was angled. It wasn't angled to see me. So basically, I don't know. Could be because it was angled this way. It wasn't picking up the motions. But right now it's working. So it could be so YouTube glitch too. So anyways, I'm not holding anything against Higgins. He just sent me a message trying to poke me, trying to get my goat. I didn't buy it. I just threw his email in the trash. Tell he's going to basically sit here and actually act like a human being and basically emails me about how am I doing in general or whatever. He should basically not know that I'm literally living in hell right now when it comes to everyone around me. And I'll explain why real quick and we'll get into the whole prepping thing. Okay, I got people sending me videos. Did you see this video about how everyone's going to die under the trans umbrella? Everyone's going to basically be forced not to transition. Well, what about the people that are already transitioned? You're going to force them to be men again, even though they cut their wieners off or their vaginas off and whatever, right? So then you got people like me dealing with the after effect of all this crap, and they send it to me and I watch it. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah. And then, my other secondary opinion is I got to make dinner tonight. And then I got the radio over there. Let me just talk about the radio for a minute before I hear Higgins send me a message. Oh, radio problems. No. Well, guess what? At least my radio works, okay? I don't have to break the law to use it. So anyways, my point is, my radio, my rules, okay? Fortunately, Chloe's getting combative even on meds because she's very angry about the election. This is something I want to tell you guys. I'm getting basically a lot of flack from the election. Being a woman, I'm getting a lot of flack from the religious aspect of life. I get up in the morning. What do I hear? Oh, well, we're all going to die. Change the page, okay? It's been a week. How long until yeah. Think about it. All I need to do is read my Bible. Oh, some guy told me it was a crutch last night. Guess what? Maybe a crutch, but at least I'm reading my Bible. At least I got one Bible, two Bibles, three Bibles, four Bibles, five Bibles all here. And someone tried to message me. Or is it the dang thing? Yeah. So I asked Zoe how her tacos came out. I want tacos, man. Yeah. So anyways, and by the way, for the guys out there like Phil who was here, and then we had that one guy. Let me just say that one guy, he got banned, all right, and he ain't coming back, all right. Now I know Higgins will be like, oh, he has the right to say, really. So that's Zoe. What's it say? There we go. Again, there's Chloe basically talking. Let's see what it has to say. See, this is the crap I got to deal with on a timely basis. Let's go with Chloe first. Chloe, of course. Yeah, I hear you, Mom. So Chloe's all worried about her housing and everything else. It's like, dude, why? Let's see. So Zoe's like talking about tacos. I want tacos. Now let's get on to business, all right? Because I'm having brats with spaghetti sauce tonight. Anyways, probably I could get tacos one day if Zoe comes out here. Yes, I can. You know what's really sad is I cannot basically spill the beans, But if you guys are hearing what I said earlier in my first video where I was trying to talk to Phil about gift cards, which he never did. By the way, I see Aunt Zoe made a comment. Let's just show what Aunt Zoe's missing right now. Hello, hello, hello. Do 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 do. I want tacos too. Oh, come here. Let's see what Aunt Zoe's gonna say. Moderator presently at taco food coma. You see that taco food coma? Yeah. Well, anyways, so I'm not supposed to spill the beans about what's coming down the pipe, but let me just tell you a story, okay? I got some friends coming to visit me, right? And Chloe, of course, I got to tell you this. I'm trying to work with everyone around. Now, Zoe gave me the nicest compliment yesterday and today. She said, I don't know how you can put up with people that are impossible. Let me just tell you the story. Impossible, right? So, anyway, I get on to YouTube one. We had to ban some guy named Richard Cranium, right? And then we took care of that problem. He's like, oh, call me a pervert. And he's reporting me to the police for what? I didn't say anything or do anything on YouTube. We're talking about pricing. Then we have pricing, of course. I was talking about pricing. Then Phil comes in and then we do pricing, right? And so we're planning and prepping and everything, right? And I got a friend coming to visit me. And Chloe's, I got a couple of people coming for the holidays. Dinky, my cousin Dinky's hat. What happens? Let me tell you what happens. Chloe throws a fit. Yeah, throws a fit. The thing is Chloe's throwing a fit about something that she's causing trouble for, okay? Let me put it to you this way. For example, Brother Higgins, he's trying to poke me again because of the camera issue. I think the camera issue is caused by the camera's angle not being there, right? But anyways, so he emails and says something to me like, camera problems, lol. Garbage can, lol. See, he's going to watch this video later and say, what? You threw my email in the truck? Yeah. So you basically realize that I basically want a decent conversation without you emailing me, poking me. I mean, literally. Zoe and I, we have a decent conversation all the time about everything and everything, okay? Chloe, I tried to have a conversation with her about prepping and everything. I mean, literally, a lot of people have asked me, well, what about Christmas presents? What about, other things? And I'm sitting there thinking to myself that Christmas presents, I'm going to go and I have stuff saved up for gifts anyways. Apparently, but anyways, my point is, I get this low type thing. I got food ready to purchase. I got a shopping cart on sale. Need to get another replacement cart just in case. I mean, that's a prepper's thing. Food, Alfredo sauce, ramen, spam, spaghetti sauce. Love the spaghetti sauce, by the way, and other than coffee. And then you go down the list and you look at everything else coming down the pipe, okay? Now, mind you, I got a few items I got to purchase, like things. Candy's not one of them. Candy, of course, is very expensive. You can't just go buy candy because candy is expensive and it's a sugar thing. Okay, so then you have other issues coming down the crap. Okay, people sit there and say, "Oh well, what do we do about this or what do we do about that or whatever?" Well, let me just put it to you this way. Currently, we don't do anything. Okay, we just sit back and we wait for um, the future. I mean, everything I've looked at is pricing goes up, pricing goes down, pricing goes up, pricing goes down. You just got to ask yourself, how much are you willing to pay? Because a lot of people say, well, Christmas is around the corner. Yes, that's where you see all the pricing go down, most part. But then how's the pricing going to go down on other things? I mean, look, you may sit there and say $50 for a can of Red Cow milk. Next year, maybe $120 for with tariffs. I mean, no one knows, but they're like, "Oh, Donald Trump tariffs going to be great." Really? So you don't mind paying a whole bunch? Let's just put it this way, jokingly, of course. Higgins doesn't mind paying a boatload of money for his Chiquita bananas that's coming from the banana countries. That's great. Of course, Zoe, of course, is the world's getting smaller. She says, yeah. But anywho, so pricing is fluctuating all the time. Yeah. And then, I got to deal with everything. Zoe was very great. She said, how do you handle impossible people? I don't know. Truly, I don't know. I put up with the patience. I put up with their patience. Yeah. And then I got to deal with people like Chloe, who's angry as hell because she's angry at the world because she's transgender. And the world's going to go down the toilet, which, by the way, I need to do this video as fast as possible due to the fact I got to check the weather report in a second. Anyway, she turns around, right? And she's angry. She's like, oh, you're not really, or you're not being targeted. There's a way to protect yourself. And I'm going to talk about transgender rights soon enough in a video specifically for the trans community. But right now we're talking about prepping. And you know what that is? Hunkering in your home and closing the door and staying put. That's the best course of action right now. So you guys sit there and you say, well, how do I prepare for Christmas? So let me use the restroom. I'll put in some Christmas music. Yes, I know. It's just Christmas music. Do. See, I love Christmas. Let's get to it. Oh, and I'll check the weather while I'm at it. All right, people. Let's do this. So, just use the restroom. So, one of the things I want to talk about for Christmas prepping today is, and by the way, I want to finish the discussion real quick, is my neighbor. She's worried about the dog next door. I mean, literally, it's not that big of a deal, in my opinion. The dog's bigger than the kennel, and they cram it into a kennel, and everyone says it's animal abuse. Well, maybe, but guess what? It's not our business to get involved in that. That's the thing. People need to realize it isn't our business, all right? So, one of the things I want to share with you is there's this program I have called the Gift List here. basically has a list of lists of everyone, and even Higgins is on it. Of course, I should delete Higgins right now for it, but Higgins is on my list here. And basically, it says Chloe, Colleen, Ebony, Higgins, Janine, etc., etc. And it is a really good program. You just put in things like Higgins, and Higgins is already in there. And basically, it says budget optional. And then you just put in whatever you're thinking about. Like Higgins, yeah, his is gift card. So there you go. See? Then he says Christmas is outdated. The only thing I think is Higgins is outdated. Maybe we should gift him a roll of Donald Trump toilet paper. That wouldn't be too bad, actually. Then he can wipe his butt on his Messiah. See, that is flawless. Maybe I'll do that with Dinky, too. Send her a thing, Maybe that would be funny, So then you prep with this, and you can put in all the items you need. And then when you're done, you can sit there and say all your gifts are purchased, and you put it in there. Yeah, that is perfect. Trump toilet paper for Higgins. Oh, I'm starting to think that's pretty damn funny, Here we go. So, back to the real story here, okay? So, problem is there's Zoe right there at the bottom, you see? Oh, yeah, it says Zoe wants me to get her some cheese and sausage. So, sausage, cheese. Yeah. Yes, so there we go. See, there's two things for Zoe. Poppy wants a gift card. Moppy wants snacks. Higgins wants a gift card and toilet paper. Ebony wants a snack. My cousin, so he's different. I'll figure out what he wants. Yeah. So then I got to talk to Chloe about gift certs or what she wants, right? And then, well, she's just upset, at the fact that everything's going down the toilet, She's afraid of abandonment. That's part of her disability. So I sent Zoe a message. I want tacos. And what do I get? No message from Zoe about tacos. You see? You see how it is, guys? I'm supposed to keep the secret. And yet, I want tacos. Anyways. So the bottom line is, I got a friend coming, and of course, as you probably well aware, Chloe is angry about it because she's afraid she's going to be abandoned. And I said, no, you're not being abandoned. You just need to learn. She's like, I don't want to learn. I want. Yeah, you want. That's it. You just want to keep wanting. Problem is, Chloe, I should say, is worried. Yeah. Fortunately, here we go. See my tablet. Fortunately, that's how it works. Okay, so my phone's over there. But as a prepper, you got to look at the big picture of what you're prepping too. I mean, think about it. Christmas is around the corner. A lot of stuff's going to go up in January. We don't know what's going up, what's going down, what's going to happen. But, let me just tell you what I think's going on in the world, okay? You got all these people, right? Like the Phils, they come in, oh, he's okay. Well, Trump's going to fix the world. Maybe, maybe not. The problem is I still don't see him fixing his deal with the gift cards, you see? But then again, that's a different story, so. So there we go. So my family, of course, are happy that I'm spending the holidays with friends like Chloe and, my friend. Fortunately, Chloe's afraid to be abandoned. Fortunately, she's not going to be abandoned, right? So as a Christmas present, I gotta say, look, she's very angry because Christmas is around the corner. What has Chloe done? Steal $73,000. Now I have a friend. Oh, can we trust Chloe We can trust Chloe. Chloe's afraid that her stuff's going to be taken. Fortunately, this room needs to be tidied up. Fortunately, if there's an appointment next Wednesday, my plan is I got to get everything in order by next Wednesday and move Ebo in here by next Wednesday because Thursday I'm going to be actually, I got till Thursday. Yeah. Anyways, so the bottom line is right now we're all worried about what's going on in the world. Yeah. So the plan is currently is we're going to be going to plan Christmas out carefully. And the way to do it is most people plan Christmas like a couple months ahead of time, like November, December. I've already done a lot of my Christmas. And my sister, I can't afford anything. I got a big medical bill. Good for you. Saves me some money. Yeah. But then I got Chloe, who's like, yeah. So then we have other issues coming down the pipe. So, like, for example, so when it comes to prepping, you need to prep. But, your main priority is prepping food first. Yeah. Then you prep for everything else. Now, I might have to order another tripod because I can't figure out where my tripod went. I thought it was behind the door, but then again, Chloe's like, oh, I don't know where it went. Yeah, that thing just disappeared like a fart one. I think Chloe posted it. But then again, Chloe's like, oh, where did you take your tripod? You're just blind. It's been folded up, put into a bag somewhere. Really? Maybe. Well, see, it goes back into reset mode. So, point is, we all have to work together, people, and the prep, and the prep, and the prep. So all I'm going to say is you need to prep. So, I, on the other hand, I'm ready to go. So let me just say, for Christmas, you can plan it, but easy, or you can just skip Christmas altogether. A lot of people don't want to spend, because I heard some people today, okay, I was watching this video. These people are sitting there and they're like, I thought it was funny, okay? I thought blood was thicker than water, but I guess it isn't, right? So anyways, it goes like this. So Donald Trump becomes president-elect again, right? And because of it, all these family members, the Trumpers versus the Harrisites versus whatever, right? The Demis versus the Repubs, right? They're saying, no, we're not having dinner with you. You voted for voted to kill democracy, right? This is the funny part. So these people are like, no, you're not invited to Christmas dinner. You're not invited to Thanksgiving dinner. You're not invited to New Year's party. And these people are sitting there thinking, are we really losing our family? Maybe. I mean, look at Phil, for example. Oh, well, the Democrats are lying. Really? Phil couldn't even face me tonight on video about when I was talking about trans issues earlier. This is a big issue for Chloe. Chloe's really worried. You don't see me worried because what I'm worried about is I'm going to tell you what I'm worried about. It ain't trans issue. It is the most funniest thing in the world. Living. Yeah. I am hearing, let me put it this way, okay? I'm a YouTuber, first and foremost. I make content, first and foremost. I sit here and I tell people it's going to be okay, first and foremost. I got people like Phil, who says Donald Trump's going to fix the world. Good for you. Keep thinking that for yourself. Me, I'm not going to go there because I don't believe in either party, okay? Then, you got these people turning around and, again, people saying, I had an email come in and said something like, oh, well, several months ago, you were waiting for a gift card. You were told there was one and coming in, never came in. Well, you know what? Not my problem. Okay, my problem is I don't care, and I'll tell you why I don't care. Because frankly, I'm here to give you guys a way forward. All right. So if you want to sit there and glue your brain to Fox News and get manipulated with Fox News crap or OEN or Newsmax, go for it. People sit there like my father-in-law. He's got to sit on his butt every day watching MSNBC, and then he's got to talk to me about, oh, well, guess what? I don't care. I mean, literally, to me, it doesn't work anymore. That's the problem in the American people when it comes to prepping. People are sitting there, we're going to have no more Christmas. So they don't want to have Christmas anymore. They're like, oh, you got all these family members around the country talking about divorce. Oh, I'm going to divorce my husband because he's a Trumper. Oh, yeah, that'd be great in the court. And the judge says, granted. Oh, well, I'm divorced now. I'm going to go find a nice little Trumpy wifey that supports Donald J. Trumpy. Good for you. Meanwhile, the women around me all basically move to blue states until they're men with the finger, right? Then what? Literally, we may see a big exodus of people leaving red states just because. Who knows what's going to happen? That could be a theory, too. It'd be funny, wouldn't it? Oh, well, Anyways, it would be funny to a point. But then, here's something else. So then you have the other problem at hand. And that is all these people talking about they're not doing Thanksgiving dinner because, well, Thanksgiving was supposed to be a time for being thankful, and they're not thankful. Thing is, what happened to getting up in the morning, right? In the 1980s, when I grew up, it didn't matter if you were Republican or Democrat. You came together to the dinner table. You didn't talk about politics. But no, right now it's the sign of everyone betrayed everyone else. And because of it, everywhere you go, it's like, no, we're not doing Thanksgiving with you. No, we're not doing Thanksgiving with you. And then you hear these people say, no, we're not doing Christmas dinner with you. So then I hear Chloe, right? I've got a friend coming for the holidays. Chloe says, well, I don't want to be around people, blah, 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 blah. Look, we all got to basically pull back and pull in and think. We can't just sit there and say, oh, well, I'm not going to have dinner with them because, they're a, look, if Higgins was here at Thanksgiving, I'd invite Higgins. Why? I tell him no poking the bear and be on your best behavior. That's it. Dinner would be served to him. I'd have prime rib and ham and whatever else, right? He, on the other hand, think about it. I love all of you, by the way. And the thing is this what it's coming down to? Literally, think about it. Is it really coming down to this? No one wants to prep for Christmas because you got one party and one family side saying, oh, we voted for Trump, and the other family saying, well, F you can go rot in hell because, Christmas is destroyed because you guys destroyed it because, you voted the women's rights away, transgendered rights away, LGBTQIA rights away, this rights, that rights, this rights, all this. And you got people saying, oh, well, he's going to fix. Really? Here's how I see it, okay? The country is more divided, okay? There's the division. There's the people like me that want to be left alone. They don't care about politics, okay? I wanted to see how this played out, okay? And I got angry when people were badgering me about, other issues like Higgins and his, what do you call it? His poking me. Higgins knows I don't like that, okay? Too. But this is the thing. Higgins wants to, for example, he's trying to cause division because he's like, oh, look, my man won. Woo! Well, what happens if your man does something you don't like? You going to cry to me about it? Oh, no. You're just going to sit there and say, I shouldn't have voted for him? Not my problem. My problem is, on my conscience, The country is getting more and more divided because of it. Think of these people. They're saying, oh, I'm not going to spend Christmas because they're Democrats and they voted for Kamala. Well, I'm not going to do Christmas with them because they went with the Socialist Party. Oh, I'm not doing that because they're libertarian. Oh, I'm not going to do that because they voted for the Communist Party. Meanwhile, Zoe's sitting there going, yeah, Zoe's getting her jollies while she's in a food coma with tacos. I want tacos too. Actually, I want burritos. You make burritos, Zoe? Maybe you make burritos, chimichangas, and tacos. I love it. Chimichangas and burritos. What was that other one that they used to have? The gorditas. You make gorditas too? Oh, so I got dinner prepared coming. So I got prepared dinner before the power goes out. That's something I'm really needing to get going because we're in a windstorm, which is the discussion of prepping. When you prep, you got to prep just in case. Everything's prepped, ready to go. So, but anyways, the thing I want to tell you guys about this whole election thing, okay, it's pretty funny because, you know, you got Chloe. It's dinner time there. And Chloe needs to eat something. She's all driving me nuts anyways, right? So she's like, Higgins is driving me nuts with his email about calling me a goofball. The only goofball I see around is someone who's literally posting goofball in the email content and not sending me an email saying, how am I doing in general? He just is trying to antagonize me, okay? Which he's not going to get a reply until he basically does whatever, you know, says, you know, sorry, I poked you, you know, too much, went too far, you know, that's where you lose friends. But when it comes to these people sitting there talking about Christmas, okay, oh, I'm not going to go to Christmas because, you know, they voted for Trump. Well, it's your business, okay, but are you really going to cut your nose and spite yourself when there could be a nice giant potluck of free food, basically, or nearly free food, and you're cutting your nose to spite yourself because you don't want to be around Trumpers because you think they sold you upriver? They're only human too. I mean, look, in 4 years they can turn around and say, well, we made mistakes, or in 8 years they can say we made mistakes, or 12 years. I mean, in the time frame, no one knows what's going to happen. Good coffee, by the way. I heard a friend of mine talking about coffee today. I was like, dude, you know, as a prepper, you use what's open, and then you don't open the next can or the next can or the next can. So with me, of course, I was looking forward to seeing Chloe tomorrow. We were going to tidy up the place a bit. I was going to hope to get me some beer. Beer, tiddly, beer, tiddly, beer, the 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 beer. Anyways, drinking? No, not tonight, guys. I wish I had something to drink. Potato, but I'm not. Welcome, potato to your channel. How are you doing this evening? I was just talking about prepping, you know, Christmas, and, you know, there's a lot of pricing going up. I mean, food's going up, and, you know, I had a guy accuse me of something earlier. It pissed me off, you know. Oh, why? Because I'm very entertaining drinking. That's what moderator Zoe says, aka ME. That's what Zoe is right now. Yeah. But anyways, she claims I'm pretty entertaining when I'm drinking. So, well, why don't you give me your opinion on the whole drinking thing? I may drink tomorrow if I get some beer, but that's only because, you know, I don't go into the gas stations or, you know, if you didn't know, potato, I'm a service dog, and there's a lot of discrimination between me being who I am and my dog. So, anyways, I'm just checking something real quick. It's been a while. So, anyways, last night I had some beer. My neighbor came over. Stupid story, but I'll tell you, potato. So my neighbor came by. He's a violent old geezer at 70. I think I have more old geezer friends than regular friends, you know. But anyways, he was griping about you know, how he doesn't understand why the hell the country sold upriver and he's going to lose and all this crap. And again, it's not the country's fault that does this. That's the problem. The country isn't about this. He turns around and he says, oh, what? I lose more money again? Come on, dude. I mean, literally, Yeah, I'll have to check to find out what the hell this is. Oh well, so my bank balance, by the way. So old geezer is complaining about all this, and he's like talking about how everything went down the toilet, and then we're talking about how he's talking about his son's going to be canned from the EPA because and I said hey, and it happens, and it's life. He didn't like that. He's like getting very combative with me, and it's like, dude, drink another gallon of vodka and shut up. Is what I told him. We might get alien disclosure. That might be. I mean, funny story last night is I was talking to that drunk I just told you about, potato. And anyways, this guy I know, he's upstairs for me. He's like, "Do you see that?" And I'm like, "See what?" And he's like, "See that? Those are the clouds. To see what?" He said, "That's an alien. It's moving too fast." And the lady's like, "Oh yeah, it's an alien." I said, "You two believe on this?" "Oh yeah, we do." And I'm going, "Okay. So you believe in aliens?" Well, anyways, the guy, hold on 1 second. The guy that was talking to me, all right, they gotta close the window. Or the wind really does number. So the guy turns around, right? The guy turns around and he says to me, the Bible, right? This is my Bible I use every day, okay? You guys can see it, right? It says right there, right? It says HCSC, look. So basically, this Bible is like 10 plus years old, right? Maybe 12. Anyways, it's made in China. Don't like Chinese made Bibles. But what I've been doing in this Bible is I've been looking up answers to the election, which usually, if you look close enough, you can find all the answers you need in the Bible. That's what I've been doing, right? So I read this Bible for the answers. And then my other Bible, this is Chloe's Bible, by the way. Chloe wants to take her Bible back, by the way, another Chinese-made Bible. So I was looking over Proverbs, right? There's Proverbs and Ecclesiastic, and then other issues, right? Revelations, yada, yada, yada. So then, I've been trying to study the Bible a bit. I have this Bible too. So I have a whole bunch of Bibles stacked up, different versions, different English translations. But a friend of mine turns around and he says that I am currently using the Bible. It's my favorite Bible all the time, the chronological. The Bible is a crutch because I'm trying to find answers to what's going on. And so to me, hold on a sec. So to me, I've been reading this one. I got to, what am I on? First Thessalonians. Thessalonians. Or Thessalonians. Right? Thessalonians. So basically, he turns around. He's claiming I'm using the Bible as a crutch. Well, the Bible is not a crutch. This guy, of course, this insane guy, right? I tried to explain this to Phil, potato. That's one of my moderators. That the drunken vodka drinking, cross-dressing, bisexual wienerhead basically is so pissed off at his country, puts a sword outside on the lawn into the American flag. And then he says, "Oh, right? Oh, F America, yada, yada, yada. I hope America dies," right? He's pissed. First of all, the sheriff says, "Oh, well, it's not a crime to destroy the flag." Good prepping? Good idea. The complacency of fools will destroy them. Proverbs. Exactly. I've been reading. I read Ecclesiastics. I read Proverbs. I read First and Second Samuel, First and Second Judges, and First and Second Kings. And it answers a lot of those things in the Old Testament. It answers what's coming on right now. And so I look at the Bible and answers, right? So anyways, you got all these people saying that I am an idiot because I'm looking at the Bible for answers. It's the only thing I can do. I mean, think about it. And yet you got all these people, by the way, potato. And they're sitting there and they're dividing the country worse. I mean, look. You got families sitting there saying, we're not having Christmas dinner with you or Thanksgiving or New Year's or Easter's for the next 20 years, 30 years because you voted for Trump. Wow, that's amazing. So you vote for Trump, you lose a freaking Christmas dinner or a Thanksgiving dinner. Is this really the way we're going down the path? Literally. I mean, literally. It's like, look, let me tell you what I think as a prepper is going on in this world. And this is why I think there's going to be some sporadic snapping soon enough, like my neighbor who's a boozer, okay, he destroyed the flag with a sword in it. And they say, oh, he can do that. But the weapon was put inside the ground, which means any kid can get to it. And they're like, oh, well, as long as the kid wasn't around, we're good. Yeah, okay, so here we go. So he destroys that to make a point. And yet, the American people, I don't like how he destroyed the flag, put a knife in it, but a knife, sword, and meat cleaver, and whatever else, right? Then the weapons are caught, the flag's put away. Yet, the sheriff said it's not a big deal. So the manager, she's on vacation, right? So, point is I'm sitting here trying to figure out what to do. What to do. Yeah. So the Americans turn around and, they're all now up in arms. I mean, look, you got these guys, right? Like, look, let me put it this way. You got a guy who's a jackass on YouTube, okay, and TikTok and X and all this and videos talking about how this guy says, we rule again, women will never rule, you're under us for the rest of your life, and he's called them bitches. No offense, I'm trying to stay clean here. What happened? Some woman got so angry, he doxed her, and then everything else, and yeah, and then someone asked in the end, apparently something like, oh, is this her? The thing is look, if this is the best you can do in the country by doxing someone because you're angry, then what type of country do you want to live in when you're doxing people because you are literally... Think about it. You don't go and dox someone because you're angry. I know a guy got doxed, like a trans woman got doxed 5 or 6 times, apparently. It's not good for the American people. You're wasting taxpayer funds to dox someone because he can. I mean, think about it. What more are you going to do, right? So the point is so you sit there and you say, oh, well, we don't have a family anymore because my husband decided to vote Donald Trump. Because we already had Trump one time through. And then what happens? What if all these women decide, funnily and jokingly, go to the freaking blue states? And then what? Then these men got blue balls. What do they do? They're going to have sex with a tranny, or are they going to kill the tranny because the tranny's got the hole and they got to put something in it? Or are they going to carve a hole out of a watermelon and take care of the problem? I mean, think. The problem is these people are really going to be basically, there's a lot of pissed off people. The thing is right now, here's how I see what's going on in the world, okay? In my opinion, you got all these pissed off people that are like, oh, yeah, well, you know what? Let's see what happens. We got 4 years, okay? If he gets a tax cut for the wealthy, big deal. If he goes and sends goons to go to deport 12 million, 20 million people, big deal. I mean, literally, look, I don't know the entire ins and outs of the illegal system. I don't, okay? I'm not an illegal, but I am pissed off at the fact that they want to turn around and deport people. I mean, look, I got a friend who's a Latino who's like, Rita, I'm going to be deported. I have green card, but they don't want me staying here anymore. Wow. So you have a green card, they want to deport everyone with green cards. Oh, yeah, that's great. I got a guy who's like, we're not coming back to America until Trump's not in office because he wants to hurt me and my little Filipino penis. Old geezer, yeah. So think about it. So we're dealing with all these things. And I'm sitting there thinking, Everyone around me is calling it a poop show. Maybe, but guess what? Buckle up and grab the popcorn because it may be funny for the next 4 years. But you know what? I'm basically telling people right now, as I always say during every election cycle, that I do YouTube videos. And my moderators know this. I love Pee Wee. I love Higgins. I love Phil. I love Zoe. People need to realize that I like to be left alone. And I will do videos on prepping. Has anyone checked out the prepping list? We should go through that Saturday. Or maybe we will when I'll have opening on Saturday. We'll go through the preps list. Actually, let's go through it now just to see. I'm already in the area. So let's go. Preppers list. Okay. So we have 3 preppers lists, bare bone preppers list. Let's see what the pricing is. Oh, wow. Neato. People are worried about radioactive nuclear thingies. The nuclear detectors are sold out. Wow. Nuclear radiation detectors and the potassium iodide tablets. Some people are stockpiling those again. The bottled water, some of those are sold out. So think about it right there. For all of you, you're like, oh, nothing's going to happen. Really, that one's out of stock. That's out of stock. Some of the canned meats are all stock. So unless you are looking for a certain thing, these prices are way, way going up again, see? And so water is sold out, stuff is sold out. Then there's the basics preppers list. The basic is not the bare bone. Bare bone is just like 5, 6, 7 items. Preppers, the basic preppers list is a little bigger. And, if you look at it from this point of view, people say, oh, well, we don't need to prep. Well, Donald Trump will take care of us. You need to prep because if you're not prepped for hurricanes, there's nothing that's going to happen, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hurricane hits and then you're out of power. Windstorm hits, you're out of power. Internet runs out, you're out of internet. You see, you got to prep just because. So look at all these prepping tools right there. Oh, wow. So that tent that I was looking at for Chloe a long time ago went up in price $70. See, pricing of tents are going up yet again because, well, it's Chinese-made crap, I think. Swiss Army knives, there's our bow. That one's sold out. Damn, man. Oh, that's a good price. I may have to buy one of those again for prepping tools. I always keep Swiss Army knives on hand as a prepping tool. What about that one up there? The big one. They raised that by $70 too. See? Betty Crocker suddenly salad sold out. Yeah. Oh. Wow, now that I got to look at. I didn't know they would lower that price again. I love that. So that price is that. I'm stockpiling, man. There we go. I haven't got any of those for freaking 2 years. So they finally got a restock. So guess what? Prepperita is going to be buying 15 cases of ramen soon. Okay, so a lot of these prices, when Amazon say its price went down, they don't mean price went down. They mean price went up. Look at that. They're telling you right there, you got to pay more money for bun food. Yes, I just want to let you know, everyone, including Potato who's watching this, that, baked beans went up in price too. Look at that. Price dropped. Yeah, right. Price dropped my butt. The price went up. They just want to think it's price dropped, so you got to buy it more. The main thing is it went up. Denny Moore stew. Hey, this looks good. Chicken and dumplings. Hey, that looks pretty good. I didn't even know there's a chicken and dumplings. I want chicken and dumplings. I may just buy a case of that. See, even a prepper like me gets to see new things. Look at the Denny Moore chicken and dumplings. There we go. I'll take a case of that. That'll be on my Christmas list. A lot of people say, well, aren't you worried about Christmas? No, because Christmas needs to be prepped properly. So what you got to do is you got to look at everything here. This has everything for the basic list. Now, I'm not going to go through the entire advanced preppers list or the preppers list because it's in my thing. But the main preppers list, you're looking at a whole boatload of money. That went up in price too by it was $9. Now it's freaking $15. So these things are gone up in price, not down in price. So, but yeah. Anyways, as a prepper, you just got to ask yourself, how much are you willing to prep for and how much are you willing to do? There's a potassium tablet. So anyways, you can get some toothbrushes. They're really cheap. I noticed what do you call it? Costco, they sell toothbrushes, but they sell more toothbrushes. I don't know if it's 100 toothbrushes for the price, but when I looked at the toothbrush the other day, it was more money. So, but anyways, the thing is, you gotta basically look at everything you're looking at and go from there, because a lot of stuff will be selling out. And um, I was talking to someone the other day. They were like, "Well, what about buckets of beans?" Right there, beans, pinto beans. 40-year life shelf, 25 pounds of pinto beans. This one's 40-year shelf life of white beans, But the question is, how much are you willing to basically buy buckets? I got buckets of rice and beans. Another thing people are asking me about is the world band radios. Now, there's a few world bands I've been looking at, and Chloe's been looking at, everyone else has been looking at, but still, the preppers list is what it is, and a lot of people out there need to realize that anyways, so to get to the bottom of the line is, as a prepper, you just need to prep like your life depends on it, because we don't know what's going to happen. A lot of these people are saying, whatever. Thing is, we won't know until the end of, until things come about. So in the meantime, like I said, I got to get going before the power decides it wants to go out for a bit. I want to make dinner. But I may be able to do a video offline about Christmas prepping and prepping and pricing. I will be doing videos all the time on pricing. It just depends on where I'm gonna be at, etc. I may do one on the ferry soon too. I was thinking about that. Doing a video on the ferry for you all, maybe next week. Yeah, because I gotta go off island twice, so I might as well just lug my computer with me and take it and do the video that way. So depends. Anywho, with that said, let me know. I hope all is well with you all. And if you have any questions or concerns, you know what to do. Hey, Mop, how you doing, bud? So, anyway, like I said, just keep on prepping and just remember that it's not the end of the world. You can rebuild. Now, family members don't want to rebuild because you pissed them off because you want men to control your bodies. Well, then that's a different story. Then you may get blue balls, and it doesn't hurt me at all. You can have all the blue balls you want. So, I'm just saying what I'm thinking. So, with that said, everyone, there shouldn't be bickering and infighting in the family because of it. So, thanks for watching, everyone. Please add and subscribe. Please post comments, leave feedback, suggestions, like, subscribe buttons, wholesome fun for your family, including your dogs, cats, your bunnies, service dogs, service bunnies, hit the bell notification, thumbs up button, subscribe button, keeps comments nice. All we ask. Thank you. God bless you in everything you do.